yet another scandal involving the Liberals has been uncovered, this time by Blacklock's reporters. And guys, this is a scandal that really, it's going to affect virtually anyone who's watching this video. One of the top concerns in Canada is the ability to afford housing. So many people, I can't even tell you how many people write to me from even in my own community, and they talk about how they can't afford rent. Well, this scandal affects you. So Blacklock's reporter, they do a lot of work in looking at government documents. They request government documents, they push to try and get government documents. And when they do, they often uncover big issues like this. So today it was reported that the federal Liberals actually were warned and knew that they wouldn't be able to make housing targets that they promised to Canadians, and they kind of lied about it anyways. So this is the story here. Now, in a secret briefing note to the minister, the federal Liberals were told this: under current rates of production, Canada's construction industry is not projected to meet the housing supply needed to address demand and restore affordability. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation estimates an additional 3.5 million housing units need to be built by 2030, beyond the 2.3 million already projected to be built. Now, even though they had this note with all of these figures and they were told that their targets weren't right, that they weren't going to be met, they went ahead and they continue to sort of just mislead the public to tell you that they had this plan that was going to build all these homes, and they didn't really do anything to change course. So this is such a huge scandal for several reasons. First of all, it shows that the federal Liberals, they have absolutely no plan to address the high cost of housing in Canada. Nothing. But the second reason why it's important, especially going into a federal election, is to understand that the federal Liberals will say and will do anything. They'll mislead you to try and just cling to power. They're asking Canadians for a fourth term after rent has doubled across the country, after there's virtually no vacancy in some areas with regard to affordable homes. There's millions of Canadians for which the thought of buying a home is just laughable. And that never used to be the case. Canada was the place where if you worked hard and, you know, you could get ahead and you could buy a house. But here we've got an example of the federal Liberals. They were warned by their own public servants about this. The Blacklock's reporter uncovered this secret briefing note, and still they did nothing. And they just misled the public in their budget documents and all of these things. Everything's fine. Don't worry. So, you know, this is the sort of thing that as we get into a federal election, first of all, you're probably not seeing this anywhere on the national news today, right? Of course you're not. Nobody's seeing this on the national news. Do you really think that like the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation is going to talk about an issue like this when they're, you know, it's just the left-wing media, and then all the censorship bills that are happening, right? But guys, you got to share these videos and get these types of word out. Like kudos to Blacklock's reporter for finding this out. Great scoop. But folks, as we head into a federal election, I need your help to help get this word out so that when people hear the Liberals come out and mislead the public, they will say and do anything to try and cling on to power, when we know that after a decade, what's happened? Your paycheck's not as powerful anymore. Groceries are unaffordable. And most importantly, out of all of the issues facing Canada right now, people can't afford to put like a roof over their heads. And that's not right. That's not right in a country like Canada. So folks, please share this video. Please help me get the word out and understand that like this is the sort of things that Liberals always do. They get warned, they get told that they're in trouble, that there's problems, and yet they carry on anyways and they mislead the public. So this is the sort of thing that the Conservative Party of Canada, Pierre Poilievre, he's been out talking about concrete plans to address housing in Canada. We have a Canada First plan to build more homes. He's already addressed several ways to do that over the last year, and you can expect more and more in coming days as the Conservative platform is released. So stay tuned to this channel, click subscribe, share this video, and please get the word out that the Liberals will say and do anything to mislead the public, but it's just going to be more of the same of the last decade of ruination. Working hard for you. Have a great